5G. What is 5G is the question we're asking ourselves. Well, according to Wikipedia, 5G is the fifth generation of mobile broadband technology which will eventually replace your 4G LTE networks. This is what 5G really is in this in-depth video. Now let's start looking at the speeds. 5G has a download peak speed of about 2.5 gigabits per second, while it has a peak upload speed of 1.25 gigabits per second, which is far way faster than LTE, and to be honest, kind of faster than Guyana's own GT&T Wi-Fi, sadly. Now the first takeaway for 5G is unlike LTE, it operates on the three spectrum bands, which are basically like network waves that it can operate under. The first significant one, which is known as the low band spectrum, which can also be identified as the sub 1 gigahertz spectrum, and it's primarily used by US carriers for LTE, which sadly is now becoming depleted. But in this spectrum, you will have a peak speed for data at about 100 megabits. This is usually seen with T-Mobile since they're one of the key players in this spectrum. And the second spectrum would be the mid-band spectrum, which provides faster coverage and lower latency than the low-band spectrum. But the downfall is it won't be able to penetrate solid objects like a building as well as the low band spectrum. So with those higher speeds, it downfalls here. But despite the sacrifices, you'll be gaining up to 1 gigabits per second of data speeds in the mid-band spectrum. Now the highest spectrum that 5G can operate on is the high band spectrum, which mostly is where you really see 5G shine when most people think about it. It is often referred to as the millimeter wave, and to basically explain the millimeter wave, it's an electromagnet spectrum which ranges from 30 to 300 gigahertz, and it falls just between the super high frequency band and the infrared band. So basically, the radio waves in the millimeter spectrum or millimeter wave range from 10 to 1 millimeters. So thanks to these small spaces in the spectrum waves, it got the name millimeter wave. So this is how the high band spectrum really operates. But just like the mid-band spectrum, these higher speeds also make the high band spectrum fall short in penetration of physical objects. So it will mostly work better when you're close to the node, which is something that 5G towers are 5G carriers are using as opposed to LTE towers that we have currently existing today. But the thing is, these nodes can't really penetrate through stuff like rain and fog and trees, which is what is rumored to be. I have not actually been able to try hands-on to myself because my location doesn't have 5G. But if that's the case, the best way to solve this problem is by placing nodes multiple corners of the city, so the second you signal to one, you'll be able to connect to another one. So until then, in the future, we can be able to have nodes that can go as far wide ranges as our 4G LTE towers currently do. That is how 5G currently operates in cities that have it right now. But the thing is about 5G is it can be able to help us in various public sectors such as autonomous vehicles, where vehicles on the road will be able to communicate better with each other. For example, like Tesla vehicles, it will be easier for you to connect to your home and also be able to avoid obstacles on the road with thermal readers and so forth. And there is news that 5G can also help firefighters in buildings thanks to a imaging technology called quick see-through mask, which can help them navigate through buildings, which has like a augmented reality thermal visor sensor, which they'll be able to see through objects, and the mask will also enable better viewing for them under certain conditions. So 5G basically means an autonomous future for all of us. Is it for my video about 5G? You can leave a comment below about what you think about 5G, and if you think it's kind of cool that 5G can work this way, if it's creepy, just be sure to express your thoughts below, and I will see you guys soon. Have a good day.